important, so you gotta speak out. Don't let your chance to be heard pass by. Spell out, let me hear you loud, proud. Shout it out real loud. Everybody wake up. Shout it out real loud. Everybody wake up. Wake up. No time for sleeping on the issues. This is Neutral Voices. We gon' deal with the issues. What do you really want? What
Welcome to Neutral Voices. I'm Dr. V, and this is In Depth, where we dig deep in the trenches of our community leaders. And tonight we have a new community leader. She's from Wisconsin. She's new to us, new to our city, Miss India Richardson. Thank you for being here.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here, and I know you're getting ready to share a whole bunch of good stuff. I'm excited about you being in our city, first of all. So welcome to Fort Wayne.
Thank you.
Yes, and I think we're going to learn some things about how hard it could be trying to establish a business in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So with that being said, would you like to introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about you and your company?
Okay. Well, my name's India. I am from Wisconsin, as she stated. I just been here a little under 2 years now. Came down here to kind of start a better life for me and my children. I'm a mother of 5, single mother of 5. So I just wanted to show them different. Where I come from, it's very small. I've been there my whole life. I've never moved outside of that community. So as my kids got older, I didn't want them to feel trapped, so I decided to just take a leap of faith, and we came down here right after 2001, after Thanksgiving, and this is where we decided to make home for now. So I work full-time. I'm a full-time mom, but I also work full-time, and then I have small businesses that I decided to bring to Fort Wayne. This business, which is called M.O.M Cleaning Services, Mind Over Matter Cleaning Services, is a business that I started in 2016, just trying to make some extra cash for, me and my family. Just started with residential word of mouth, and it kind of just exploded in Wisconsin. We had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of, challenges in learning the business. When you don't have a blueprint to follow, you kind of got to make your own. So
Absolutely.
I want to share with everyone all my ups and downs, so hopefully they could learn from my mistakes and
And what's good about that, what you said, and what I do love is that you're willing to be transparent, and you said that from the beginning, whatever questions you want to share to help not just other mothers, other ladies, but anybody that's getting ready to or thinking about starting a business, or those people that may already be in business that may be struggling because maybe you didn't do it right at the beginning. So I like some of the things you talked about because you started this in Wisconsin.
I did.
And so somewhere in there, and you said you had a giant clientele, huge following because you knew everybody. It was a small community, right?
Yes.
And so it matters then when you relocate to a place that you don't know anyone. Yeah. So talk to us about the transition and what did that look like to now move your business to Fort Wayne and to get it, started right here?
Well, originally I wasn't even planning on bringing the business to Fort Wayne. Prior to me moving here, I ran into some issues where I wasn't, like I said, I didn't know. So what you don't know, you can't do. So I got a letter in the mail, IRS, came knocking at my door asking me, where's all your receipts? And they wanted to go back 5 years. And like I said, this was just kind of like a hobby. It had fell into some type of career. So I didn't have everything together. Fortunately, I was, when I did my taxes, I always did the insurance or, so they were able to help me in some part of the way, but I still ended up paying a little bit out. Not much, but it could have been a lot worse if I hadn't, had some of the stuff in line. And thankfully, I was doing right, and I wasn't just,
out trying
Yes,
to.
like
Out
I'm a
pocketing money.
scam. Yeah.
But still scary, even if you're doing
I was.
right.
Look,
Like,
it
that's
took me
terrifying.
2 years. It took me 2 years to figure all this out. So
2 years to get brave enough to try it again,
yeah,
to get started again?
yes, I was like, I
Okay.
do not want nothing to do with this. I am not, I did not foresee this even happening, but
Right.
things happen for a reason. I have amazing people I've been running into in Fort Wayne, and I just feel like God favors me in that way. He always brings the right people in my life at the right time.
Yes.
With being a mother of 5 is always a struggle. It's always something, something's always happening, and I'm just like, God, what's next? What's next?
Right.
So we had a lot of roller coasters. I mean, it was just, I had never experienced this before because I've always lived in a smaller town. I knew everybody. I knew all the resources. So if something happened, I knew who to go to, who to talk to. Here I didn't. But fortunately, the job that my employer, grew family with, and they were right there, and they were giving me resources and people who they knew, and I was just fortunate in that way.
I love that. And so, did you have a question, Jill? You seem like you were getting ready to ask something.
I just wanted to back up a little bit before I forget to ask this. You said it's called Mind Over Matter.
Yes.
So M.O.M.
Yes.
Where did the actual the Mind Over Matter come from?
Just being a mother, like it's always, always a gameplay with them. I have 2 girls, 3 boys, so it's always a challenge. So it's always mind over matter when it comes to them, and they are my reason for doing everything. The purpose of me even starting into this business is entrepreneurship, is to make sure that they have financial stability. It's generational wealth. Making sure when I leave here, they are mentally, physically, emotionally intact. That's something that I didn't have growing up.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure I give it to them. That's something I always wanted. This goes as far as even getting counseling. In our community, we don't run towards getting counseling.
Yep.
So, that was one of my things. My daughter, she's about to be 18 this year. So this is something new for me. So I made sure that we all are in counseling. We all are, because there's a lot of things that the parent, we don't do right. There's no handbook to parenting.
That's right.
Right.
So, and she's my oldest. So I'm like, I know I messed up with you. I know you were like the guinea pig. Like, all my trials and errors was with you. So, and she's an amazing child. Like, I don't even know how I was blessed to have her. Like, she is an AB student. She's in a ANTHIS program right now. She'll be graduating next year. She just does everything. Like I was telling you before we started, my son was waiting for me to pick him up, and here comes second mom. I got it, Mom. Just go to your meeting. So I just been blessed with some amazing kids who they back me up. They know how I go hard for them. They know I'm 10 toes down. If they call me, I'm going to overreact always, as I tell them, but then I'm going to show up. And I'm going to show up every time, no matter what.
Absolutely. And what's beautiful about this and what you're saying, speaking of parenting, and then you mentioned that you were a single mom.
Yep.
Not making any excuses.
Oh, no, it's no excuse. I tell my kids that all the time, and they are my employees. So when I need to go do a job, I don't care. We're going to do this job. Like, we're going to stop and do this job. We just did a foreclosed home. My son, he is not the messy person. He doesn't like to get dirty. Yeah. Oh, he complained the whole time. I'm like, yeah, we'll be ready at 6. So, yeah, I'm going to need you to get ready. Yeah. You want the Jordans. You want, he just got his permits to drive. You want all this nice stuff. That comes with work. It's hard work.
Okay, this hard work. This hard work.
I'm not a skip.
So
I'm not. If I can do it, you can do it.
That's right.
I want to make sure he knows that nothing comes easy. And, like I said, they witnessed me firsthand go through so much. So I make sure that they know that. They know that, yeah, you're going to have to put some work in. You want to get it? Yeah. Like my daughter now, she wants a new car. She's working 2 jobs right now for the summer. Right. Like, yeah, I'll co-sign, but you're going to have to come with...
Yeah,
come,
so important.
You have to step it up.
Yeah, but you said something too earlier. You were talking about that. So, yeah, she's working 2 jobs, but you have laid some things out. And you said, hey, I'm not the mother that's getting ready to put you out. Or I'm sitting and I'm waiting for you to turn 18 and say, oh, okay, here's the door. Right. This is the moment I've been waiting for. So talk about that, because you mentioned
definitely.
That.
So we're going to get ready to buy our first home. And that was one of my things I always wanted us to have. So I hate moving. Like, it's just so tedious. So I told her, I said, hey, what, you finna be 18 in November. What you finna do? What, are you finna get your own apartment? And she's like, it's expensive. And I said, I know. I said, but I want you to know you can stay here. We just have to have a different conversation as adults now because she's an adult. I have to treat her like an adult. But I don't want to push her out of the nest and have her already 5 steps behind. Like, I want you to be ready. As far as even putting her on my credit cards and making sure she's able to utilize that to build her credit up. She's been on my credit card since she's been 15. So, and I make sure, I didn't know much about credit, but we're learning together. And when I know something, I tell them. We sit down, we have moments where we talk about financial stability, bills, how to go about those things. So when they're out in the world, they already know this.
And you know what I love now, so this is in depth, and so I said we're digging deep in the hearts of our leaders, our community leaders, and so the vision, the strategies for success. And so you're saying some things, even though we're talking about ownership, entrepreneurship, things like that, your company, but you're actually speaking to parents. So this is good. This is like 2 for 1. So you're giving us some good stuff about parenting. And so what I like is that you're talking about building and helping that student or that child build their credit.
Yeah.
You're not using their name to put the cable bill in or to how the water turned
I had that done to me.
See, so
Look, why not?
Back then, your mom was like, "Oh, you 18 now? What can we?" Yeah. I wouldn't. No, I don't want to set them back because I'm not going to be here forever. Life is so short. So I want to make sure when I leave here, they are, like I said, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially stable.
Okay.
So I know that they know they have each other. This is all we got. We have 5.
Yeah.
I have 5. So I tell them, this is all you. This is your community. This is your village.
Yes.
If I leave
That's
tomorrow,
beautiful.
my daughter knows everything that needs to be done. She knows step by step of what I expect. And I have very good, strong confidence that she's going to do that because she does it. She do it every day. When I'm sick, she steps up.
The nurse too.
Yeah,
this is beautiful.
Yeah, she steps up.
But listen, so helping parents, and we're getting ready to help some young people, some people that's in business, been in business. I've been in business. I've done a lot of things wrong. Could have done a lot of things better. And so, who helped you? What company helped you? What organization are you working with right now that you would recommend to up-and-coming business owners?
Well, like I said, I'm fairly new here, so I don't have a lot of resources. I've just been word of mouth. Was fortunate to run into you guys through the event that I was able to participate in.
That was Tunnel Vision?
Tunnel Vision, yes. So they've been kind of, just following them and trying to figure out what's going on in the community. Purdue, Indiana, SBDC. I'm working closely with them right now to help me with my business plan and my marketing. And they've been very instrumental to this business now because what I did in Wisconsin, I don't want to bring that to Indiana.
Right.
So I just want to make sure that everything's in order so that way I can start this business the right way this time. And I know a lot more. So like all my mistakes I've made, I don't want to repeat those. So making sure I have an accountant, making sure I talk to the right people, making sure I don't rush. We are up and running now, and we just do residential. But I want to, move forward and do commercials. And I want to be able to outsource and be able to, like I said, when I'm not able to do it no more, my children can do it for me.
Absolutely.
So, it's something I can pass down. I'm all about just pushing my kids and making sure they're like so far ahead of the game that, they don't have to look back and be like, okay, who am I going, where can I find this out at? They already know. Whatever I learn, they know.
Yeah.
So.
And so work ethic.
Yes,
So
definitely.
you're teaching them that, but you have it. And so you were at an event.
Yes.
And so, is this one of the strategies? So I want to talk about some of the strategies that obviously you are using to establish your business and to, I'll say, to plant your feet and to build a strong foundation in this community. So what's the strategy?
Just opening my mouth and communicating with people, talking to people. You never know who you might run into. Just when I see somebody okay, and I see what I like, or if I see something that I'm interested in, not being afraid to open up and say, okay, so how did you do this? Let me know. Like, give me some. Right. I love mentors, and I try to be a mentor to those who are looking up to me. But I also have a lot of mentors. 5 Star Realty, they gave me my first opportunity for foreclosures. We just did, like I said, a house a couple months ago. So just networking, and when you do a good job, word of mouth pass on, like networking.
Sure.
Absolutely, networking, and it sounds like I hear some humility in there too.
Absolutely,
Not
yes.
being so prideful that you can't ask somebody how.
And I don't mind sharing. And I don't mind
And
sharing my mistakes, my failed attempts, because that's how we learn. And
Good.
I don't want to be a gatekeeper. I want to make sure I let people know.
So you see what I wrote? I wrote the word gatekeeper because so many times, like, listening to you speak, here's what I love. So someone in your shoes, let's say, and they're not going to come out and talk about the struggles because they want it to look easy. And if they do know the secrets, not all the time, but we hear it a lot. If they do know the secrets, they're not going to tell you, because if I tell you, then you're going to be on my level, or maybe you'll even surpass me.
Oh, yes.
So the fact that you continue to say, this is what I did, I hope you don't do this, or this is what, like, that to me is huge, and that is what is lacking, not just in our community, but in all communities, because it's all about competition. And with that being said, there's one more thing before we move forward. When we see someone who is successful, whether it be they have their own business or in their career, we don't see the planting of the seed. We don't see the cultivating. We don't see the storms that blow the plants over and they have to start over. All we see is when the flower starts to grow, and we look and we say, "Oh, I would love to have that. That must be nice." But we don't see anything that happens below. Yes. If you had to say what your biggest struggle that happened below, before the flower grew, what would you say that has been?
Just trying to get some information sometimes. Just trying to figure out, like, where do I start?
Resources,
especially here, like I said. But like I said, I've been very fortunate. I've been running into amazing people who are just passing my name along, or, hey, I want you to meet somebody. Gloss by Drea, she's a coworker of mine, and she, introduced me to a lot of people. She tried to push me out there, and I'm so fortunate for that. But like I said, it's in return, I give that right back. If I know something, I'm going to give it right back. If I have some resources, I'm going to give it right back. So I think that's the key component of it all, making sure that you are transparent.
Absolutely.
Key component. E, did you have something?
No, y'all go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just here. I'm just waiting on my name.
He's here for our, moral support. Thank you. So here's my question, so that we can get to the nitty gritty of mind over matter cleaning. What sets your company apart from the other cleaning companies? Is there something else you bring to the table outside of the love?
I'm just bringing realness. I'm bringing realness, and as a mother, knowing the struggles that mother day to day what happens in out in our household. So, just bringing me, like, it's me and my children, and just bringing just transparency to people's houses, and letting them know, I know it's hard.
Okay.
Sometimes you can't do everything.
Right.
I had to learn that you can't do everything. As a mother, we do so much. We work, we clean, we cook, we make sure we tutor, we do all that. So sometimes moms need breaks.
Right, because sometimes mom work 2, 3 jobs, et cetera, too, and help the kids with the homework and all the other things, right?
Yep.
You mentioned a particular group of people that I don't know if you started with the senior citizens, or talk to me about your target audience. Who are you going after?
Well, we back in Wisconsin, we did have a lot of elderly clients who we serviced, and we did discounts for them too. A lot of people are not able to get to their parents' house because they work and all that stuff too. So we're there for that support as well. Yeah. We even back home, and we haven't started it here yet, but we used to provide meals for them and meal prep for them, because sometimes they're at home by themselves and they aren't able to cook and clean and do stuff like that. So we would do a discounted rate for them, so that way, because most of them are fixed income, so we would do a discounted rate for them as well. And we get to the point where we're like family, and they become mentors to us and telling us about stuff. So like I said, it's always a transparency transaction with us. Like, they share with me and I share with them, and then
building real relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
So not just coming to clean.
Oh no, definitely.
But
they fall in love with my children. Oh, you could just send her over here. She has it. I know she's going to take good care of me. So just making sure, because you got to realize it's a circle of life. We're going to be in that position one day.
Mm-hmm.
You know
So
what I mean?
Yep.
I have a question. So what do all your services consisted of?
We do everything. We do residential. We do, like I said, we just did a foreclosure. We clean. We do deep cleaning. We do general cleaning. We customize to that person, because everyone isn't the same. You know, some people want you to do this. Some people want you to do that. So we try to make a plan that focuses around your family and your household.
On their needs. So like if somebody needs once a week,
Yep.
or if somebody needs
Just a
come
one-time.
and sell my house,
Yep.
that type of thing.
Yep.
Or we just bought a house. So
Yeah, oh yeah, we do a lot of those, a lot of move outs.
Do you have a strategy for staying ahead of the industry, your competitors?
Like I said, just communication. Sometimes just being able to talk and being real with that person. They can feel the realness of you, and if you're just trying to sell them something or you're really meaning. So like I said, we become family with a lot of our clients. A lot of our clients, they're like, we don't want nobody else but you. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
God, what did I get myself
Yeah.
into?
That's kind of a strategy right there,
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
Building that relationship
Yeah.
and that rapport, so that repeat clientele.
Oh, definitely.
So when you have somebody say, listen, I don't want anybody else in my house, cleaning my house,
It's a
except
big deal.
Yes,
Yep.
it is. So I believe we got that taken care of. I believe that the company is going to thrive. I'm believing
it
that.
will.
Yes,
Definitely.
it's going to continue to thrive. But there's some other things that you're sitting on. I want to talk about a little bit. So talk to me about Black Excellence.
Oh, Black Excellent is a nonprofit that me and my children just started. We started it in Fort Wayne. It's a nonprofit that shows that how important representation is. Want to make sure that we know and we are able to give that information to our children, our future. So we really just getting off the ground. We really haven't came all together, but it is here in Fort Wayne, and you will be hearing about it soon. We're going to raise 150 book bags to give back to children this year for the start of school, because we know how important it is to start the school off right. And as, like I said, a mother of 5, it's hard.
Yeah.
It gets hard. And so we just want to make sure we give back. And I always put that into my children. What you receive, you have to make sure you give back. Yes. So
love it.
make sure we give back.
Your heart is all the way in
try.
this
Right.
and in the children. So you've been talking about the children.
babies.
Yes, you've been pouring into the babies.
Yeah.
And so the baby's been doing some things too.
Oh, yeah, we all put in
outside of work,
We all put in work. Like,
outside of
from
work,
the
and they've been
littlest
doing.
one to the biggest one. So
Okay,
yeah.
let's talk about what are some things, that
You're
you're
excited
proud
about.
and excited about.
So this
yeah.
right here, this is a project that is so close to my heart. It started 4 years ago. Me and my 2 youngest, Jackson and Marcus, we decided we were going to read a book a day. So we would go to the library, get 7 books, we would read them. They were a lot younger now. They are now 8 and 7. So I was like, okay. So we got to like 200 books, and we were sharing it online and just trying to tell people we were reading and, promoting literacy. And so my youngest, he's just, he runs the show. He's like, I want to make my own book. And I was like, okay, let's do that. So we started off, and the title of the book is We Think Our Mom's a Superhero by Jackson and MJ.
Yes.
And so we started like 4 years ago, and they wanted to make sure the characters looked like them. They wanted that matter to them. And so we tried to find out who could help us, and we couldn't. So we used our emojis off of Snap, and they look just like them.
There you go.
All my kids are in the book.
That's so
Love it.
good.
Yeah, they all are in the book, and they all played a big part of it. It is now on Amazon. You can purchase it on Amazon if you want to read the book. But yeah, this is the book that we created. It's published, and very proud of it. Very,
the title,
very proud of it.
Absolutely.
What's the title again?
It's We Think Our Mom's a Superhero.
On Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
And
now.
it's so cute because you have the invisible cape, and they looking for the cape too, right?
Yeah,
Trying to
they
see
look
what
and
it-
they like. But I just want them to let them know that I'm gonna support them in anything I can. And when I leave here, I'm gonna be so proud.
That's awesome.
So proud that my children, they are surpassing everything that I've ever wanted to do. So that's my goal, to make sure they.
As a mother of one, I hear you say, you've said several times that I've been blessed with great children. So just hearing you talk, and I want to just tell you that your children have also been blessed with
thank you.
a wonderful, like this. You are a superhero. So your children have also been blessed with a
thank you.
wonderful mother. I mean, how can you watch someone do all of this and not be great? Really? I mean, it's
Sometimes I
amazing.
question it. I don't know.
It's amazing. So yeah, don't ever forget that. No matter where your journey
Absolutely.
takes you, your children were blessed with a wonderful mother.
Well, thank you.
That's good. So with that and all this wonderfulness, how do you, as far as you, how do you take care of you, your well-being? How do you do that? Set those other things aside so that you can continue to be this super mom.
I'm trying to learn that. I'm trying to learn it now, especially with my daughter. Last year, she was able to go with the school for the college tour. That was her first time ever being away from me, ever. Her whole entire life, never been away from me.
Right.
So I'm trying to learn because I know she's about to be 18. So I'm trying to like find my hobbies now and stuff and try to figure out, you know, who I am again. But I live through them. Like, you know, we're getting ready to go to Jamaica in November. You know, our first mom and daughter
I
trip.
want to go.
You know, so it's our first mom and daughter trip, and
Yay.
I'm trying to convince her to let me bring her. But she's like, no, it's gonna be us, just me and you. We don't need to bring the kids. But just trying to just learn. I'm learning all over again because I've been a mom since I've been 21.
Yeah.
So like I'm going on 39 now. So I'm just like, it's hard because that's all I've been doing is building and pouring into them. And so, and now they're like, you know, my daughter and my kids, they're getting driving. They have to, I'm not even at home no more. So it's just like, what do I do? What do I do? But
keep work, keep getting this money,
work,
keep
look,
building
look.
generational
Yes,
wealth
yes,
and
yes,
and
ma'am.
all of that stuff so we can close the wealth gap.
Yeah.
So with that, and I talked about some things to come. What can we do as a community to support you? So I want you to speak to our audience, our listeners. What is it that you need? So this is kind of like your spiel, your business, your moment, right? The live commercial.
Yes.
So give it to us. Why should we call you? Who are you? What are you offering? Any discounts, specials, etc.? Do it.
Yes, so you should definitely just reach out. Just reach out and just, even if we just have a conversation. As you see, I'm very open and I'm very willing to just talk to moms or, you know, fathers too. You know, I just feel like that's the issue sometimes. We're not able to have those the real conversations. So just reach out. You can always, you know, look me up on Facebook at mindovermattercleaningservices. Send me a DM if you want to, you know, if you need some resources or if you have resources for me. I'm more than willing to take them. Go on Amazon, buy the book for the kids. But no, just always just like, you know, reach out to me. I'm a mom. I don't know anybody here. So like I always am looking for someone to, you know, teach me other ways.
Yes.
Other ways to do things because there's more than one way to do it. So if you need your house clean, me and my children are more than welcome. We're more than welcome to come in your house and give you an estimate. And then hopefully you love what we do and you're able to spread the word and word of mouth. And if you have a business and if you want me to promote it, I'm more than welcome to as well. Just,
That's
I mean,
good.
just talking about, I love talking about finances and learning different ways because I didn't know. I'm learning this as an adult. So,
Yes.
yeah, just be very open. If you see me out and my name's India, you can come up to me and ask me. I always have my business cards. If you have one, we can exchange. So,
And that's what it's about, collaboration. We talk about that. We're always talking about building community, and it starts with opening your mouth.
yes. Yeah.
And so, so I love that. Any other questions, you guys? Anything else you want to share? I am excited and happy to have met you.
I am,
and
yes.
listen, I have a business. Here's one for you. Barbershops, beauty salons. Y'all know we need cleaners. Y'all know we need some help in these places. That would be another avenue to consider because I don't think anybody targets
Right.
the beauty industry.
Yep. Well,
on
I will be at
purpose.
y'all door knocking. I'm knocking this weekend. You see me, I'm gonna come in and knock. And like I said, I have boys, so they are growing their hair out, but they always need a lineup, so we can, like I said, networking.
Okay. Networking. I think I hear some bartering in there.
Yes,
and so what I love is because I did hear you say you're doing residential. That's been a thing, but you're also looking to go into commercial.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on that now.
So there's a way for that. And so we want to also give it up for Tunnel Vision, Richard, for making the connection, having the event so that you were there. And so, see, that's how you got to be seen. Yes. You got to be visible. And so that's how we discovered you. So good for us.
I'm thankful to meet you guys.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Your story's
coming.
amazing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
And thank you to our amazing viewers, listeners, for hanging with us. This is Neutral Voices. And before we exit, what do we always say?
Always protect your mind.
Thank you. A podcast by Neutral Voices Media.
Your opinions important, so you gotta speak out. Don't let your chance to be heard pass by. Spare not, let me hear you now. Shout it out real loud. Everybody wake up. Shout it out real loud. Everybody wake up. Wake up. No time for sleeping on the issues. This is Neutral Voices. We gon' deal with the issues.